Namaste and welcome to GAP. Let's complete. Big diplomatic win for India as Sri Lanka denies permission to Chinese spy ship Yongwang 5 at Hambantota port. As we all are aware that last week Sri Lanka has already agreed to dock Chinese spy ship at Hambantota port. So, why this sudden change by the Sri Lankan government? We will discuss in today's topic. Also, at the end, I will tell you why India objected the docking of Chinese spy ship at Sri Lanka's port. But before we start, let's have little knowledge about Yongwang 5. Yongwang 5 is part of Yongwang class tracking ship family. The Yongwang ships are used for tracking and support of satellite and intercontinental ballistic missiles by the People Liberation Army of China. Yongwang 5 is the third generation tracking ship of Yongwang series and entered service on 29th September 2007. Built by Jingnang Shipyard, Yongwang 5 has a displacement of 25,000 tons with a crew of about 470 and a length of about 190 meters, having top speed of 20 knots. The general designer of both Yongwang 5 and Yongwang 6 is Mr. Wang Wei, the general engineer of the 701 Institute of China Shipbuilding Industry Corporation. Now, Sri Lanka has agreed to India's concerns and the government has requested the Chinese government to defer the visit of its research ship Yongwang 5 at Hambantota port until further consultations are made on the matter. So this means that Sri Lanka has clearly denied to allow Chinese ship to be docked at Sri Lankan Hambantota port. The Chinese spy ship Yongwang 5 was still on its way to Sri Lanka's Hambantota port. It is scheduled to arrive there on 11th of August and to be there till 17th of August, post which the Yongwang 5 will move to the Indian Ocean for other research like space tracking and satellite operation monitoring. Now, you may ask who has approved this decision of allowing Chinese spy ship to be docked at Sri Lanka's Hambantota port. The previous Sri Lankan government of Gotabaya Rajapaksa approved the Chinese ship docking on 12th July, hours before he fled the country for Maldives. At the time, Sri Lanka had said the Chinese ship will dock for refueling and replenishments. The ship or members of its crew will not be involved in any internal affairs or business in Sri Lanka. And even they said that this particular ship will not operate its satellite features. Right now, we will understand what made Sri Lanka to take such a huge step against China. Sri Lanka has taken this big decision keeping in mind the financial aids from India during ongoing financial crisis. So we will understand how much India has provided help to Sri Lanka. India has provided around $5 billion worth of assistance to Sri Lanka, out of which $3.8 billion has been provided in just 2022. This includes a $400 million currency swap in January, deferral of around $500 million loan repayment, and two lines of credit totaling to $1.5 billion. The lines of credit comprised $1 billion for the import of food, medicine, and essential items, and $500 million for petroleum products. There is one more update came from Sri Lanka while I was recording this video that the Indian Oil Corporation IOC will expand operations in Sri Lanka by opening 50 filling stations. The IOC would invest in storage tanks and other equipments while the dealer are expected to have land and bear other infrastructure cost. So this means India is trying to help Sri Lanka in all possible ways just to revive their economy. Right now, with this bold decision by Sri Lanka, Chinese government are not at all very happy, right? And they have asked Sri Lankan government for an urgent meeting with the higher authorities to discuss this issue after receiving the note from the foreign ministry seeking a delay in the visit. As we can see in the reports which came on August 7, that Chinese seek urgent meeting as Sri Lanka defers docking of high-tech vessels. Right now, this outcome of the meeting are yet to be clear by the government. We have to wait and watch what decision has been taken by Sri Lanka and China. Now we will see why India objected the arrival of Yongwang 5. The Yongwang 5 has capabilities to snoop on Indian installations along the southern coast. As you can see, the map of Sri Lanka, Indian coastline is not far and it is well within the surveillance range of the ship. This would bring into its radar the nuclear power plant at Kalapakkam and Kundankulam as well as the Atomic Research Center, raising fears of potential sneaking by the spy ship. Due to its strategic location of Hambantota, which is also close to international shipping lanes, the Chinese ship will gain access to southern Indian ports in the state of Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Andhra Pradesh. Vital installations along the coast would be vulnerable to Chinese surveillance. As we all are aware that India has all its major uh, defense and space research and development happening in southern states of India, right? So this is the most crucial coastline of India, and it has to be protected always in all the means. Now, having a Chinese spy ship in Hambantota port is not a good thing for India, right? So, keeping in mind the national security concerns, Indian government has objected the arrival of Yongwang 5 at Sri Lanka's Hambantota port. After the bold decision by Sri Lanka, Indian government have welcomed Sri Lanka's move and said China should honor the sovereignty of other countries as well. This brings to the end of our today's discussion. I hope I have been able to make you understand the topic. Thank you for your time. Stay safe and stay happy.